guys, it's Vicki, and you're listening to Tomkins Orchestra podcast.
And it's Rithik, and today we'll be discussing the recent region orchestra auditions and the upcoming area auditions. Today, we are joined by Arjun and Dhruv. Welcome to the show.
Hi, I'm happy to be here.
I'm more happier to be here.
Who are those? Introduce yourselves.
Hi, my name is Arjun, and I play the violin.
Hi, my name's Dhruv, and I play viola.
You're a little far away, do you want to get closer?
I'm also a senior.
I'm a freshman.
So that's two very different perspectives on both of these auditions. And both of you are trying out for region and area both?
Yes.
Yes.
That was the right answer.
Thank you.
So just post-region, what are your perspectives, Arjun?
I think it was a great experience, and I would recommend it.
But like, based with your past and everything, how do you think that affected it? How's your journey been with the region auditions?
I think this year I felt like I put in less work, so I was less prepared. But it worked out, so I'm happy. So that's fine.
Right.
If you haven't watched the Jade podcast episode, I would recommend you watch that. It was very insightful. Yeah, and also practice.
Right.
Don't be a bum.
And Dhruv, this is your first one you just finished. What are you thinking? How you feel about it?
I thought it was pretty nice, the experience and everything. But in the original, like over the summer, I didn't really practice the etudes that much. And so I practiced them a lot over the school year. And so I got better at it, I think. And I feel like the biggest thing was I improved a lot as a player in general. It's kind of corny, but I really practiced a lot and I learned how to practice properly. So that was the most important part. So I can be more prepared for next time.
Right, yeah. I think that's one of the main things that you get from region. And now in a couple of weeks we have area auditions as well.
It's in a week.
It's in a week.
Yeah.
Oh, I should probably start practicing.
That's a couple of days, Rithik.
that is a couple of days. Right, and then upcoming area auditions. What do you think about that, Arjun? Any tips for the rest of us? I mean, you've been pretty successful at area in the past couple of years and All-State.
I mean, it's my last time, so I guess I'm just going to give it my best shot, see what happens, just try to have fun. As for tips, it's just be prepared as you can be. Don't over-practice the night before. That doesn't help too much. But if you feel like you're not prepared, there's still a lot of time to make it good and make the most out of the time you have.
Right, and then are there any tips that you have specifically for recording part of it? Because for those of you who don't know, next Friday, exactly a week from today actually,
Yes.
we're going to have pre-area auditions where we're going to have, I think for cellos it's around 35 people. I'm not sure how many for violins. And a small section of us, for cellos it's 20 of us, get selected to go for the recording part, which is what actually gets sent off to state. And I was
Yes.
wondering if you had any tips for specifically the recording part.
So for pre-area, make sure to practice the entire tracks. Really, at that point, you shouldn't be hoping they don't pick a certain part because you have to play the whole track list for All-State. They'll pick two A2 tracks. One panel of judges, at least for violins, will review that, and then another will review one of the excerpts. So it's gonna be two etudes and one excerpt. As for pre-area, tone is super important, but for the actual audition, it's not as important because, of course, it is recorded. So the recording tech will do a good job of making sure the mic is set up, and it's pretty high-quality mics. So if you're kind of counting on the fact that the mic won't pitch something up, then it'll pitch everything up, even the things you didn't hear when you were playing. So it's extremely sensitive. At least for me, whenever I would go to super high positions, I felt like the mic was muted. So in the past, so I guess watch out for that. You get 30 seconds, so make the best use of that 30 seconds. When you're practicing, try to go through all 6 tracks with 30 seconds in between. And make sure to bring a metronome, because you don't have to just guesstimate the tempos. You can actually confirm that this is how fast I want to go. So yeah, bring a metronome.
Beautiful.
Also tune before.
Dhruv, how are you feeling about doing all this? Because it's your first time going through the high school process.
I feel kind of intimidated in general, but I'm here for the experience, especially for area. I didn't practice completely, but I'm getting prepared for next year and the next 3 years of orchestra. And so I'm excited to learn more about it and see how it's different from middle school because there weren't as many activities. There's only region. That was the biggest thing. but there's region, there's area, and then you can go to all state. So I'm just trying to see what the process is, and everything like that.
That's a very, very novel perspective. Yeah, but I think it's, especially in the first year, you learn a lot going into area. I remember because last year was my first year doing the area process. And I remember when I was recording, I learned a lot of things during the recording, which probably would have been better to know before the recording. But at least I know that for this year. And I think that's the beauty of it. You learn something new every time.
Wow, what insightful commentary.
Thank you. And the other thing is, Dhruv, what are the biggest differences you've noticed from middle school to region in terms of the audition itself? That is, the room, the atmosphere, the music, everything.
I think the biggest thing is that it's like something that I feel like a lot of people think about as well, is that when you're in high school and you're auditioning for region, everybody for violas and cellos and basses is obviously, but all the people that are auditioning are in the same room as you. So you'll have like the first chair, the second chair, the like top 5, top 10 people. Everybody who make region will be in your room. And so it's really intimidating to play for these amazing players. So that's the biggest difference from middle school, because you might have a room that's really talented, or you might have a room that's not as good, but you know that that you can be more confident than you are when you're playing with other people than if you're playing with like a big group, like everybody in the region. So that's the biggest thing. And then also the excerpts. There's no excerpts for middle school, or there are excerpts for middle school, 4 excerpts, but you don't have any excerpts for high school. And until like a month before the audition, I was expecting excerpts, and I realized that I found out that I wasn't gonna get them. That I only had 2 etudes, and that was it. So that was the biggest thing.
And Arjun, you are pretty talented, successful.
Thank you.
You've won a lot of things.
Thank you.
Specifically, I was wondering, most of the people in the school will go through the process of solo and ensemble and Katie Young Artist, which you've won a couple of times. My bad. And I was just wondering, what are the major differences you notice between the region all-state process versus the solo and ensemble and kayak process?
Well, I mean, first off, one is you're playing etudes and excerpts, and the others you're playing their solo. So apart from that, the biggest difference, I think, is with all-state region, the judges don't care so much about like who you are as a player, like your novel ideas of musical expression. If you do something unique that no one else has thought of before in the excerpts, even if it's really musical and it sounds really nice, chances are judges aren't going to like that, because the way these pieces are played, there's an established style, and you have to conform to that. They don't really want individuality, at least for the excerpts. The etudes, I think you have more freedom with, but especially with solo and ensemble, because you get to pick what you want to play. And it's a solo. It's a showpiece for you. You're the most important person. And if you want to take some liberties with the piece, then you can do that. You have the freedom. And you should. So the judges are a lot more accepting of your own musical tastes. So you have a lot more freedom with that. So use that freedom to do all the ideas you want to do. Don't just copy from recordings. Try to like incorporate your own style into that.
This might be kind of a dumb question, but do you feel like you enjoy this process? 'Cause it's a lot of work and a lot of time put into it.
I like learning new music, but after like the first couple of weeks, I think it starts being a drag. And I mean, I enjoy practicing sometimes, especially when I really like the music I'm playing, but definitely sometimes it can feel like I'm just pushing myself through because I don't really know. I just do it because I do it. Then also it's like, once you make it, it's like just 3 days or 4 days. I can't remember. But it's like, those are 4 really, really, really fun days. And it's definitely worth it. It more than makes up for all the grind.
Dhruv, how do you feel going through this for the first time?
In terms of like how much you enjoyed the practicing part of it.
So when I first get them excerpts and the music, I really enjoy like learning it and like looking at it. And I also like, usually when I got the all-state excerpts, I was like, there's no way I could play this. There's no way I can learn this. But I just put in like enough effort that I can actually play it now. Like I can do better than I thought I would do. And being able to actually play something that you think that you couldn't play before is the biggest achievement, because like you're going above and beyond what you thought you could do. And so it's really fun to play that music, and the music is also really good. So it's just really cool to be able to play it. And then in terms of practicing, I practice a lot. And so I get like, sometimes I kind of injure myself practicing. So that's like I kind of need to like calm down, especially like my back hurts right now a bit, but that's like my posture. I need to fix that. So like focusing on the little things like posture and all that stuff is important for me when I'm practicing.
Yeah, I think the very beginning of the practice process and the very end of it, like a couple of days before region, are the ones that I enjoyed the most. Because for some reason, the days before region, it's like suddenly everything just starts to click, and it's really fun to play through it. Is that just me?
It might be just you, at least.
Right.
I mean, I sort of understand what you're saying, but it's also like I get scared when everything starts to click the day before because it's like, oh, I'm not prepared enough. Why didn't it click 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, that's always my question. But then, I think it's just part of, for me, the last minute panic of it. And it's like, that's the moment I start to like actually fix every single one of my problems instead of just like later.
Yeah.
Don't do that. I wouldn't recommend it.
That was kind of me last year. Like I had like a really big problem with with some parts of my music. And so I finally got to learn it. I grinded that and I stopped practicing it just to take a break from it. And I kind of like went through a ton of processes and I finally got it. And I was really happy when I got it, like that part down. So that's like the biggest thing. Even for region, I had some parts that were really iffy and it did not click for like a couple parts. And that was like the thing. I was like kind of annoyed by that, but it got better. And I was satisfied with what I did.
And region orchestra auditions and all state, at the end of the day, it's like an audition for an orchestra. Like professional orchestras, but it's a little bit different because it's school auditions. And Arjun, you're in Houston Youth Symphony as well. I was wondering if there were any differences that you noticed with Houston Youth Symphony or our school orchestra auditions versus these region auditions that you thought were pretty significant.
Well, for HYS and school, you need to play scales and a solo in addition to an excerpt, or for school an etude. So I guess, like I was saying earlier, that really shows who you are as a musician and what makes you different from other people. So I think HYS, and then also like a lot of professional orchestras, they sort of value your ideas a little bit more. HYS does definitely. Professional is a little less because, again, at least in Europe, in European orchestras, they ask you for a solo. Here, I'm not so sure. Compared to Allstate, I guess that's basically it. For professional orchestras, there's a lot more rep you have to play. You have to like play so many different excerpts. They don't care about etudes, but compared to Allstate. For HYS, again, scales, those are super important because you have to show off your fundamentals first. But it's also like at HYS, there's a lot bigger range of musicians than those that are like, let's say, auditioning for Allstate. So it's like, yeah, it's not too different, I guess.
It's actually a lot of fun to listen to. You guys, you speak with like a lot of passion about what you do. Are you planning on continuing this outside of high school?
I don't want to major in music, because I will not get a job after that.
Always the rational one.
But I'd like to minor, or at least join the orchestra, because a lot of schools have a non-majors orchestra, so I'll join that for sure. And then, yeah, I don't know. We'll see what happens after that.
Well, you clearly have a lot of talent.
Thank you.
And Dhruv, you have a whole high school career ahead of you, which is really exciting.
Yeah.
What would you call like your worst habits for practicing region and getting ready for all that?
I mean, the main thing is just procrastinating. Like actually practice.
Woo! Okay.
Maybe in the summer. Actually, no one
That's
practices.
an important comment.
No one practices in the summer, so it's fine. But make sure to practice early, not late.
What's the latest you practiced?
Like the day before. Starting. Okay, I start early, but then I just take like a month, like several month-long hiatuses.
It's also good to comprehend the music.
Yeah, it's like a mental practice. It just goes on in the back of my mind.
Yeah.
For
How about you, Dhruv? It's your first one, but you know.
I think the most important thing is to get your music, because like for some auditions, like I did the AFA, American Festival for the Arts camp 2 years ago or a year ago, and so I didn't get the music until a week before the audition, or less than a week before the audition, and there were double stops and everything, and I was really afraid. But that's like an important thing. Like get your music as soon as possible, and especially for like region and everything, contact like as many people as you can to get the music, because I didn't think about that enough, and I just got the first etude that I needed to get to try out for Tomkins, the orchestra, and so I didn't get the second one. I just didn't care about it until like after my audition. But you have to get your music as soon as possible and start looking at everything and annotating and everything.
Taking notes.
Well, especially the excerpts, I guess, because you do have a whole summer to work on the etudes, but the excerpts, you get those in, I forgot, Rithik, when do you get those? August
1st.
Thank you.
So you get 2 weeks of summer. And it's beautiful because summer classes end on July 31st.
Of course you know that.
Of course I know that because I had 2 finals that day. And then I was practicing.
Yeah, but start the excerpts early so you can lock in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay.
But the excerpts, I don't know, I think the biggest thing is getting your etudes pretty solid over the summer, which I forgot to do this summer. But we're okay. But then that means you can focus more on the excerpts, because this year for some reason it wasn't. But for most years, the excerpts are much harder than the etudes. This year...
Yeah, it's not just the notes and rhythms, it's also like the style and everything. Because the etudes, you can sort of do what you want because it's an etude. But the excerpts, you have to like listen to a lot of recordings, make sure you're copying the style. Because if you play like, I don't know, let me think. If you play the Shostakovich, if you play Shostakovich like Mozart, you're not making it even if you play everything perfectly other than that. Because it's just not how it's supposed to be played. All right, moving on.
Right. And I was wondering, because especially for cello and viola, we're all in one room. Are there any interesting happenings that have occurred inside the room? And I've seen and heard a lot in those rooms, and it's really funny. I was wondering if you had anything in your experience.
There are a lot of people like dropping their instruments, or like last minute their instrument breaks. Like one person who won't be named, like kind of dropped their instrument on their bridge, but they still did really good. But like a lot of things happen in that room, and it's also like a snack fest, because like during the breaks between the round, there'll be like snacks everywhere, and that's like kind of fun, because I found out about peelies, which is like the snack where it's like a gummy, and like you can peel the outside and eat the inside and the outside. So I thought that was like one of my highlights of region.
The food?
Yeah, the food.
Oh, okay.
Wait, I want these. Why have I not been informed?
There's some people who show up just to troll, that like don't even look at the music beforehand. I remember last year there's one guy who just kind of made up his own etudes. It was great.
For violins, some guy played Happy Birthday last year, and another guy, he messed up the first one, which was really sad, and then he just like got really mad, played all his open strings like as a chord really loudly, and then he wasn't there for the second etude, so he just like rage quit. I would not advise rage quitting.
I mean, do you think it's better to just stick it through after you mess up and just like keep doing your best? Or is this kind of like a self-expression kind of beautiful in some way? Like it's like Whiplash, where at the end of the movie, he just does whatever he wants to. He's improvising, but he's like overcome the music.
I mean, maybe. It really depends. If you're in there just to like make region, then I guess. If you don't think you're going to. I mean, at least for us, I don't think we can leave in the middle, unfortunately. Yeah. But a lot of the time, I end up having a lot of fun in the region room, just
Me too.
for no reason. Because I know a bunch of other people there, and it's kind of like a fever dream in a way. It's like everyone's just like panicking collectively, and it's a lot of fun sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, specifically on the topic of rage quitting, right?
This guy has something to say.
Oh no, I just wanted to say, like last year in my region room, there's this one kid, and he like he played a little bit, like 2 notes, and he looked back at us, and then he said, "I don't know this stuff. I don't know how to play." And then he faced forward, and then he started playing some random stuff. But this year I saw him again, and he actually played some of the right notes.
Some of them.
Yeah, but it was an improvement, and so I was like, it was actually really cool to see that. And afterwards, I was like, you did better than last year. I thought you improved, and I was like, that was just cool to see, kind of.
It's actually really inspirational and like kind of moving. It's kind of beautiful.
Yeah, I think rage quitting, it's you don't actually know how you're gonna do. My freshman year, I thought I did pretty bad on the first one, but then I ended up doing pretty well on the second one, and I ended up actually making it. That was pretty shocking for me. Wow. But then it showed me that like it's like it's not the end of the world if you do bad on the first one. Maybe if you do bad on both of them, but like it's never over. I know this year some people who didn't do great on the first one, but then did really, really good on the second one and placed really high. So that's never rage quit, guys. Why are you raising your hand?
I don't know. I don't know. It felt like the right thing to do.
Right.
I restarted a measure during region on the first excerpt, and so I was like completely like after that I was like, there's no way I'm making it. But on the second etude, I kind of locked in and I played it really well, and so I was close to making it, and I was actually kind of like proud that like at least I locked in and like I didn't like completely just like leave the audition. I was like that's what I was thinking about, but I didn't. It's not like I left the audition or just like kind of ended up quitting completely. So at least I played it and I finished it.
That's a good point. Yeah, and a lot of people who audition for Region aren't gonna make it. Who would have guessed? A lot of people who audition for Region aren't gonna make it. But it is impressive that they put in the effort and the time and just actually showing up, and then showing it through and actually sticking through with it. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. I was gonna say something. I forgot what it was.
You can remember, like lock in.
That's what I'm trying to do.
Get the thinker over here.
It's got generational thoughts. This one.
Yeah. Very generational. All the generations.
Like Pokemon.
Ah!
I love Pokemon. Okay, let's talk about this instead.
On the subject of Pokemon, there's a lot of interesting Chromebook games.
What Pokemon do you think would be each instrument?
Chatot.
For which one?
All of them.
Oh. Controversial opinion here. No, you got this, Rithik.
I'm trying to think.
You can think. It's a conversation. Just talk.
Yeah, I was gonna say something and then I forgot it the moment I opened my mouth.
Talk about something else.
What did you guys eat for lunch today?
What are we gonna do this weekend?
Practice.
Bad answer.
I would argue good answer.
I don't know. But I think I think Region was very beneficial for me. I learned a lot during this Region process that I didn't think I would. Because I thought after last Region audition, during that process, I figured a lot of stuff out. Then 2 days before the audition, during that entire time, like even during the warm-up for the audition, I started learning new things. It was great. It helped me a lot, actually. It seems to happen for every competition, like a couple of days before. I don't advise it in any sense, but it's really cool.
I don't know if it's about being underprepared or if it's more about like just always learning new things. Just having like that. You know what I mean?
It's probably underprepared.
Okay, well, you can be more positive too.
Right. And for both of you, just out of curiosity, we have a senior and 2 seniors, junior and a freshman. But our guests are senior and freshman. I was wondering about your differing perspectives on orchestra right now. I mean, one of you's a legend. My bad. And the other one's, he's looking upon his bright career ahead of him. He's in a great place. So wondering, what are you both thinking?
I think it's a lot better than middle school. Like middle school is one thing, but high school orchestra is so structured and there's so many things that like it's so much fun and there's so much freedom. Like you could come after school and you could just go walk into the orchestra room and like hang out with all the orchestra kids for like 30 minutes or like go into a practice room and lock yourself in there for like an hour and nobody would say anything compared to middle school where it's just you have to leave right after school or everything's like you have to do this, you have to do that. So there's a lot more freedom, but at the same time it's super structured and the officer crew is amazing. Like that's like the best thing about this orchestra. Y'all do so many things and even like the region bags and everything, it's like so much work that we don't see, but it happens and it's like it's a whole amazing team.
Thank you.
No problem.
Anytime. Anyway, as a senior, I guess, I don't know, I don't think my view on orchestra has changed a lot since I was a freshman. I too think it's a lot better than middle school. Not just because everyone's so nice, but also, I mean, of course the quality is a lot higher. But
because everyone's older.
Yeah. And everyone's had more time to practice. Especially full orchestra, I really enjoy that. Being able to play like really, really great pieces of music that I wouldn't have been able to play otherwise. Yeah, like Dhruv was saying, it's like I've spent like so many hours just in the orchestra room after school, just like chilling when I should have been practicing or doing homework. But
That's boring.
yeah, it was a lot of fun. Just talking to people until like 5 or something, and then just like messing around and going home way too late. But yeah,
Yeah, and we also had our first rehearsal, full rehearsal, with our full symphony strings, and we were playing a piece called Nosferatu, which we're gonna play as a movie score. So you can watch the movie and you can listen to us play. the
guys, pull
silent
up.
movie.
Please pull up.
Please do pull up. It's gonna be really cool.
It'll be fire.
And it's really, really long, and it's I think it's pretty fun to play once you get into it.
Yeah, and the movie's cool too.
The movie's very cool.
Yeah.
It's a little bit old, so it's a bit goofy, but I feel like if you get past that, it's like really, really fun to watch.
Yeah, it's not scary, and I feel like
Hey,
even
I
Nosferatu.
was scared.
Okay,
Who is this guy?
if Rithik was scared, then y'all are like completely fine because he's a bit of a scaredy cat.
My bad.
Yeah, but it's like it's really funny and like the movie in general because it's like 100 years old and the music's also amazing and Arjun has a solo and he's gonna do great.
It's not confirmed.
But somebody has a solo and they're gonna do great.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
really cool
yeah.
violin solo.
Yeah, and a cello solo.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh, I think the movie was made in 1920. I don't remember. I'm obsessed with Nosferatu. And then they did the remake, which brought attention back to the original. They actually lost a copy of the film because it was technically illegal. It's like copyright and stuff.
Whoa!
But it's cool that now our orchestra is doing it. You guys are doing it.
Yeah, it's a great piece. I actually, I don't know how much fun it is to play, but it's so fun to listen to. And like some of my favorite moments of the piece are when we have rest, and I can just like listen to the other parts do some stuff. Because I think a lot of the there's so many different moods, because there's so many different feelings, and because it's a silent film, they explain it more through the visuals and the music than because they don't have words to express the things. I think that's really, really, really cool part of it. So yeah, I should pull up. That's my main point.
Okay, so I don't know. This is the first time I've ever done like a film. I think it's a lot of people's first time, and it's very different from anything else. But it's very fun.
How do you think it compares
Yeah.
to musical that you did last year?
I don't know. This is at least I feel like it's easier than musical because musical there's so many people and they're like real people, so it changes each time. So you have to be super aware of what's happening, but you also can't look back because that's unprofessional. So I got flamed several times for looking on stage. But Mr. Porter, he would like tell us when to like go forward through a vamp or like keep holding. So it was like very active. So yeah, Nosferatu is very cool, but it's not as difficult. I would say it's still very hard to like coordinate with everything, and make sure you're with the film all the time. And also always looking up, making sure you're with Mr. Porter, and you're not going too fast or too slow. You want to like stay with the movie. But yeah, it's very cool, and it's a great experience. Pull up,
Pull up.
pull up.
Pull up.
Pull up.
Rithik, do a pull up.
Nah, I'm good.
Well, Drew, how do you feel? It's your first everything, your first year in. Okay, that's Arjun having fun with the soundboard. It's your first year in orchestra, your first time on the podcast, your first audition, your first silent film movie, musical playing.
I feel it's a lot of stuff, and it's like all really cool. Especially like Nosferatu and like playing for like a movie. It's like really cool to do. Like when you're just starting orchestra, and it's like again, like I said before, it's structured, but there's a lot of freedom as well. So this is really cool. And I also think that Mr. Porter has a really hard job coordinating the movie. Like,
Yeah.
like that's like for 50 minutes, he has to like some of us are resting, but he has to coordinate with us and conduct us, and like that's probably like the hardest job. So I thought like conducting in general is like that's really cool. And composing this music because you have to include safety vamps and everything and all the combined parts for 50 minutes, as long as also with the whatever's happening in the movie, and so you have to convey all those emotions and everything, and so that's like the composing is also really, really cool.
Pull up.
Come, it's gonna be fun. I'm excited to watch it, actually. I love going to movie orchestra events.
Is there anything else?
Is there anything else you want to talk, Arjun?
I don't really have anything else to say.
I guess we could make a little outro now.
Yeah.
This is where we just do whatever we feel like for like
Do outro.
2 minutes. Do outro.
Wait, it's like the Technoblade videos.
Yeah. Oh, I missed Technoblade.
I don't know.
You don't know what Technoblade is?
I never heard of it, but You know.
Okay.
Who is this guy? Can we like kick him out?
Bro, why is he in this podcast?
love that.
You're acting nonchalant today. Are you learning about performative males through like Andrew?
Comparative meals?
Yeah, you're doing that right now?
Nah.
He's just a thinker.
I'm having generation.
You're like Socrates, but like today's Socrates.
Yeah, and like I'm
Like a brain rot version.
Yeah, I'm Plato if he was named. I don't know.
You're Plato if he wasn't a wrestler.
Uh huh.
Come on.
Right.
You should pull up to stool in the Diogenes fit.
I
Drew,
think
how you
I'm
feeling?
good.
I like the outro a lot. Like, this is very special.
Were you having fun today? Did you enjoy recording?
Yeah.
You're really fun to listen to, and you have a lot of energy when you talk.
Thank you.
Like and subscribe. Leave a comment.
I like that.
Yeah.
That's the season.
Can they leave a comment? Oh, if it's YouTube, they can.
Yeah, they can like
if
and subscribe
if you're on
YouTube.
YouTube for some reason, you can leave a comment. So leave a
YouTube
comment.
tells us that only 10% of viewers are actually subscribed. If you're not in those 10%, please subscribe.
You guys actually give us like 5 stars on like Spotify and all those platforms, or however many stars you think we should have. But I think 5's a nice number.
Yeah, 5's a like nice round number. It's
Yeah.
like, it's not an awkward one like 1. You know?
Yeah, like 5 is like
Like anything
perfect.
less than 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like 5 or nothing.
Yeah.
is what we're going
As
for.
long as it's below 6 or 7, that's pretty good.
That was so funny.
I know.
I forgot to laugh.
Me
Oh,
too.
that was cold, Arjun.
Why is the outro like 10 minutes?
That's the outro. It's the beauty of the outro. I can fade it out whenever I want to.
Yeah, eventually figure something out, you know.
Yeah, one time Rithik said goodbye like 10 times.
Yeah,
Bring it back.
I kept trying to like, ugh.
Oh, the music. That's the only thing I can't have.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Just be like that when it be that way, because
Oh.
it's being that way sometimes.
I put in the music later.
Yeah. You're not supposed to tell them that.
Oh, the music is actually here with us. Like someone's
Yes.
playing it
Oh.
whenever
Yes,
you
yes.
like what you're hearing right now. Someone's like doing it actively in the room.
Yes, Eric. Eric's playing it right now.
On viola,
Yeah, and cello and violin
all at the same
At
time.
the same time.
at the same
And
time. yes.
like you know, like the accordions where like they have like the
Yeah, yeah,
piano and what else do they have? And the accordion.
Yeah, and
he's also banging his head against the wall for like the drums. Like that's what you
percussion.
hear. It's every part of his body.
And he's got like a bunch of.